Hey everyone, this is impressive reviews of the Logan movie. Spoilers. Spoiler warning right here. So this is going to be a bit fast. I'm hopefully going to be able to get this down in 6 minutes or less. So let's get right into it. Alright, so Logan starts in 2029. And there have been absolutely no mutants born since 2020. For 25 years, I'm sorry. The movie takes place in 2029 and no mutant has been born for the past 25 years. Quote that, put that on the calendar because I got a video coming up for it. So we see that Logan is now old. He's weakened. He can no longer fight the way he once did. He's got less control. He's more of a feral animal when he fights instead of a controlled samurai. So we start off with Wolverine in Texas. He's a cab driver, basically, an Uber driver. What he does is he takes people from location to location. So during one of his his assignments, a woman named Gabrielle comes and goes like, "Hey, you're the Wolverine." He's like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm not him. Leave me alone." He dips, but as he's leaving, Gabriella drives by with X-23 in the back of his car. It's a girl, but we know it's X-23. So Logan goes over to the hospital to get medicine because Charles Xavier is sick. He's old. His brain is deteriorating. He's got some type of disease. And this medicine helps him keep his powers in check, because if your powers come from your brain, you're going to need some, and your brain is deteriorating, you're going to have a couple of issues. So as he's leaving the hospital, Pierce, played by Boyd Halbrook, I believe, Adrian Pierce, played by Boyd Halbrook, comes up and goes like, "Hey, Logan, it's amazing to meet you. If you ever find this Gabriella woman, call us." And he sees that Adrian works for this. Wait, no, his name's not Adrian. It's Donald Pierce. I'm sorry. Donald Pierce works for this organization, this pharmaceutical company, and Wolverine's like, "Yeah, that's not good." So what he does is he dips. He goes back south of the border. I forgot to mention this takes place in Texas. Wolverine goes south of the border where he's keeping Professor X, and where Caliban lives with him too. So he gives Professor X's medicine. What we see is Professor X is kind of old. He's getting senile. He's talking to himself. And once he gets his medicine, it's like this. I don't know the exact. He takes ibuprofen and some type of shot, which suppresses the pain and keeps the memories down. And Professor X is like, "Listen here, Wolverine. You have become a disappointment. All you do is sit around and hide. You're waiting for me to die so you can kill yourself. You're a sad young man, old man. You're fucking old. You're sad, old man Logan." So later on, Wolverine would go off, and we'd see a scene where they show why Charles needs this medicine, because he has one of those little a seizure, which creates a psionic backlash, which freezes Caliban in place, and I can't explain it. Imagine being in sleep paralysis while being awake. You can see everything, but you're in total pain. Wolverine is the only person who can, beat this because of his healing factor, which he does. He gets the injection inside Charles. Boom. So later on, we see that Wolverine has another assignment. He has to go pick up 2 people, and when he does, he finds his Gabriella and the girl again. Gabriella's like, "Hey, listen, please. This girl needs help." Laura is the girl, by the way. "This girl needs help. I need you to take us to Canada. I have $50,000. I'll give you $20,000 right now. You can go up to, the place and get your other $30,000. And Logan's like, "Fuck it, all right." He goes back down to the junkyard to tell everyone, is like, "Hey, listen, I'm going to take this mission." Caliban and him have I want to say heart to heart, but the way Wolverine responded, it was not heart to heart. It was like, "Listen here, Logan, you have pus coming out of your claws. You have fresh wounds that aren't healing. You're sick inside. You're dying. Something's wrong with you." And Wolverine's like, "Yeah, go for yourself too, Caliban. Stay out of my life." So he goes to go pick up Gabriella and Laura. Gabriella's dead. Laura's nowhere to be seen. So he takes the money, heads back to Mexico, which is where we find that X-23 has been hiding in his trunk. And then Charles comes out and goes like, "Wait, no, this is Laura. I've been mentally talking to her." And Wolverine doesn't believe because the medicine he's taken is supposed to suppress his powers. But the fact that he's still able, don't forget, he's the world's most powerful telepath. So it wouldn't be able to do that much, but at least keep his powers from going into seizure mode. Now, this is where things start to pick up. This is where Pierce comes through. He's like, "Hey, Wolverine, I see that you got a girl's book bag in your back trunk. I thought we were friends. I told you to call me if you ever see this girl. So X-23 knocks Pierce out. Wolverine's like, oh my god, fuck. Alright, Caliban, go ditch his body somewhere in the wilderness and come back when you're done. Which is exactly what he does. Only problem is, Pierce wakes up and captures Caliban before he can do it. They ride up to the junkyard where Wolverine's keeping Professor X, and that's basically where the entire trailer we've seen gone. X-23 busts out the claws, she's killing people, she's slicing people's heads off, she's holding them and tongue kissing them. That's not really what happened, but I wish. Not really, I'm not a creep. In the end, Wolverine, Logan, Professor X, and Laura escape, and on the way to where they're trying to get to, they find out, Professor X and Logan find out the truth about Laura. The medical pharmaceutical company that Pierce works for created Laura and a bunch of other mutants, because since mutants can no longer be born, these children are created, but they want to be turned into weapons, just like they did with Wolverine, just like they did with Deadpool. Only problem is they're kids, they don't listen. So what they do is they make up this new weapon called X-24, and because of the success, they go like, all right, kill the kids, which is where Gabriella comes in. She and a couple other doctors or nurses help free the mutant children and all that. They get separated, and now Gabriella has Laura, but she's now dead, so Laura's with Wolverine, who they find out is her father. Logan is not having none of this, alright? Logan ain't having none of this. So they make their way to Las Vegas, which is where Professor X has another episode. He has one of those mental snaps. But this time we see just how dangerous it is. I want to say, if I can be true, probably 500 people were affected by Charles Xavier's seizure. People on the ground floor from a 14-level story building were freaking seizuring up. They couldn't move. They were stuck in place. I can't really... I guess they were having their own seizures. Logan and Laura are the only ones, again, healing factor, who could pass through it. So Logan gets them out of there. He gives Professor X the medicine. They head on the road where they get nearly into an accident and help this family rally up some horses. You know, it's like, hey, thanks for the help. What are your family's names? Oh, we're the Howlets. Thanks for your help, Howlets. Come have dinner with us. Logan's like, I don't want to. Charles goes like, oh yes, of course. Beam me up some dinner and some hash browns. It's like, if he said that, what would we have done? So they go over to this family's. You know, they're having a dinner. They're having a nice chat. They're having a nice meal. We've later on see that the water is like destroyed or shut off. So Logan and the I don't remember his name. The male of the father of the family that they're with. Logan and him go off to check the water pressure, and when they do, they're basically, I want to say, assaulted by this group of foremen, government agents. There's no real explanation, but when they get back home, they're on the way home. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a way to explain this, because this is the biggest spoiler we can find. Wolverine walks into Charles' room when he's like nearly awake. Not nearly awake, when he's supposed to be asleep. And he's like, listen, Logan, I remember everything now. You've tried to hide this from me, but I remember. I killed the X-Men. That's right. Charles killed the X-Men. He had one of the episodes. He had the very first episode in Westchester County. And that's how it happened. That's why there's no X-Men. It says 600 people were paralyzed. Several were killed. Wolverine is the only member of the X-Men with a great healing factor. But this is where it goes. I've been trying to call him Logan the entire movie, because this is not Logan who's standing in his room. X-24 is a physical clone, a younger clone of Logan. He walks up to Charles, kills him, kills the family, captures X-23, and nearly kills Logan. But Logan gets lucky because the father is not fully dead. He puts a couple rounds in the Wolverine's chest, but gives out to his injuries beforehand. Caliban dies, sacrificing his life so that they cannot find Logan anymore. Because now Charles is dead, Caliban knows it's bad. Things are gone real bad. Whew. Wow, that got deep. We can go up later. Logan, his healing factor's not working. He's fallen out. Laura is basically the only thing pushing him on now. They finally make it to the this type of cabin on a hill on a mountaintop. Eden is what they try to call it, which is where a bunch of other children survived and made their way there. Now that Logan's got Laura there, he's done. He gives them the $2,000. He's like, listen, I don't need it anymore. I got an adamantium bullet with my name on it and my skull's itching. Laura's like, listen, I love you. Well, she doesn't say that, but you get it. It's like she wants Logan to be there with her. She knows this is her father. All these other kids, they just went straight there. Laura actually spent time with her father. But, you know, they leave Logan. Logan's like, all right, cool. Great. The kids are gone. And this is where we see that Pierce and this man named Dr. Rice, who is the reason that the mutants are no longer around, they track these children through the woods as they're heading to wherever they're going to. I believe they're still in Mexico or somewhere. I honestly have no clue where this takes place. They explain where they want to go. They don't explain where they are. You know what I mean? So, coming through, Wolverine's like, all right, I need to save these kids. He takes this drug. It's a type of a green fluid that creates anger within your soul. Wow, I explained that horribly. It's this green fluid that makes you angrier. It makes you stronger, but it makes you angrier. If you take a whole lot, it will kill you. Wolverine, healing factor. He takes the whole bottle. He goes storming through the woods. Remember X-Men 3? That's right. He goes storming through the woods. He starts clawing people up. X-23 starts helping him. The kids are getting rounded up. And it all culminates to Wolverine being face to face with Professor Rice and Donald Pierce. And Rice is like, hey, listen, I'm the reason that the mutants are no longer here. I created a food, like a corn syrup type of thing, which stopped mutants from being born, but unfortunately it did something else. This food also somehow killed mutants. So it stopped them from being born, sterile, and it killed mutants. So that helps lay the foundation for why, there's no more mutants. Wolverine kills both of them. Well, he kills Price. He kills Price, and Pierce is killed by the kids. But before Pierce can be killed, he lets out X-24, and the two of them start fighting. But there's no way Logan in his current position now can fight him. Logan is beaten up. His skin is turning purplish. He's really fucked up. He's unable to win this fight. So earlier I didn't mention this because Logan didn't know this, so you didn't get to know this until now. X-23 would take the bullet from Logan, the adamantium bullet meant to kill himself, and puts it in a gun. Wolverine is now impaled on a branch. X-24 is about to murder this motherfucker. X-23 puts a bullet, the adamantium bullet, through his skull and kills X-24, which I want to just add makes zero sense, but whatever. And that leads to Logan dying. Logan's on the ground, he's bleeding out, he can't heal from that. And X-23 is at his side, she's saying daddy, and he's like, oh, so this is what it's like to finally feel. And I guess he said something like love. I didn't fully hear him, but he's telling X-23 the same thing he tells her in the comics. Don't let them make you. Make yourself. And then that is the end. He passes away. The last X-Men. They should have called this movie Logan. The last X-Men. X-Man. Whatever. So, that's it. Logan's dead. X-23 and the kids survived. They're in America. Logan's dead. The X-Men are gone. And I went way over my limit. I hope you guys did enjoy. This is my first time doing a movie review. And wow. I will definitely be doing a talks and thoughts video on Logan. Anyways, hope you did enjoy again. Please leave a comment, like or dislike, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.